Hi, Patty.
Hi, Richard. I had to go, had to go mute my news.
No
How are
worries.
you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. I had so much fun last Saturday morning. I hope we didn't put you on the spot or you didn't feel put on the spot.
No, I'm always on the spot, so it's all right. And Ralph, it's good to see you too.
Yep, good to see you, Richard.
Yeah. So, anything we want to discuss before we start? Because usually we start at 7 past to give people time to show up. No, the Louvre stuff was really fun. Is that what most of the live streams that he does are, where he shows pictures like that, as opposed, like, it's not a current tour guide at the location?
Exactly, because obviously that wouldn't be practical. There's so much art and so little time, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, Juan is just saying we did a great job with helping Robert. So
Yeah. Thank you, Lionel. Lion,
Yeah,
sorry.
we got a lot of positive feedback because you added a great deal of depth. I mean, obviously Robert tries to make the program fill a certain amount of time, but you can't really anticipate necessarily all of the questions. And as far as depth of knowledge, I mean, you way outweigh, I think, both of us on that. But
Only on the history. A lot of the art stuff, for example, the composition styles,
yeah,
that's not something that I was familiar with. It makes perfect sense, but I'm not as familiar with art history and art composition.
well, that's what added the dimension. So I think from what I could tell from the comments, a lot of people felt that the whole perspective was broadened because there were three of us providing different perspectives. Mine is more philosophy and human behavior. Robert's is the art history, of course, and history as well. And then yours, you're really well versed in history. So the three of us together, I thought, and even though we were riffing, I mean, there have been other occasions where somewhat informed people will join hosting, and as long as and Robert's pretty wise about those things. So as long as the people have some decent background and insight, the riffing works really well. I mean,
Yeah.
I know it might not be your style, but part of what we're trying to do is invite people to think more about what they're seeing.
Oh no, I like that too. The problem is that it's sort of hard to judge who's going to make a good comment and who's going to make a less germane comment. So, and we also have Zoom bombers. So, I mean, Robert has the same sort of issue, which is why he only unmutes certain people, right?
Right,
So,
exactly. So yeah,
the,
he has a really good touch with it. That's why the chat is kept visible only to people that are hosting and paneling.
yeah,
I try to handle a lot of the stuff in the Q&A, which when he's doing it by himself, he can't really do. But I
yeah.
can't give a lot of depth. And I'm also nowhere near as good as you are, Richard, at multitasking. So trying to watch and listen and think and write at the same time is
On that note, hi, and welcome to the 50th